Yo, what is up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing very well. Without any further ado, let's get my fat head on the screen and see how we are looking today. Not bad. Hope everyone's doing very well on this fine, fantastic, fun-filled Friday. Where is that coming from? Oh yes, YouTube. My sworn nemesis. But we are live on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X because these are the things we like to do, you know? This is how we pretend that we're popular. Let's lower that a little bit. How we pretend we're popular is we stream on, you know, a multiplicity of platforms. And people are like, that's the guy I saw on YouTube. That's the guy I saw on Twitch. And we just we trick people into thinking that, you know, they have awareness of my brand, when in actual fact, they don't really. They don't really, but that's okay. Welcome to the chat, Sis. Yes, we are live. Exactly. Zones marked. Let's go. What's up, Film Ninja? Good to see ya, brah. Yes, we are live on YouTube. Exactly. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch, and live on X. What is up, DK, my man? What's up, Blizzard? GM. What's up, Marquise? Good to see ya. DK with the 3 stream streak. We love the stream streaks. Excuse me? Can this happen, please? Thank you. God damn. Apt title for the stream today? I think so, yeah. What's up, Film Ninja? Yeah, I think it is, yeah, as BTC soars to 77K. Very close now. This is the ceasefire news, right? Interesting that it's coming on a Friday. Normally, this is the kind of news that our boy POTUS likes to drop on a Monday. But let's see, interesting weekend ahead. Crypto Insight UK, appreciate the follow. I know that handle, Crypto Insight UK. Who is that? Who are you? I know that handle. More platforms incoming. What's left? Instagram, TikTok? I don't know. How many more platforms can we stream on? The thing is, even streaming on 3 is like a little bit of a... It's not an immediate value add, because actually when I stream on X, I know that when I stream on X, there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of lurkers that don't go into the Twitch, so the Twitch numbers really suffer. And that hurts like discoverability and things like that. Like, I don't know how many, yesterday, I remember checking yesterday and we had under 100 in the stream chat, like, you know, at peak hour basically, which is like down huge from what it normally is when I stream just on Twitch. But that's just part of the parcel, right? Just part of the package. The YouTube thing is funny. I don't understand YouTube, man, at all. I know guys who release, I guess it's a content issue for me. Maybe my content needs to be better, but I've seen guys release like one video and they get 20,000 followers, whereas I've been slumming it on sub 7K for, I feel like I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years now. It's it's not easy. I don't fuck with YouTube at all. I find it very difficult to put out content that resonates with me personally. Never mind resonating with my audience. I like streaming though. Streaming is fun. Streaming is fun because it's off the cuff. Exactly. It's no script, right? Happy Friday. What's up, TTG? Let's go. I'm excited for the stream too. Beerlack with the 3 stream streaks. We need to get these stream streaks higher. What's going on, huh? I feel like maybe my fingers aren't as dexterous as they were. I can't make the heart. What's up, Bacon Arrow? What's up, Vesley, my man? What's up, Kimosabe? Kimosabe. Were we talking in DMs recently? I feel like I have a... Oh, we were. I knew it. Just a few days ago. You need to read what I sent you very carefully, Kimosabe. Highly important information. What's up, Wojak? Happy Friday, my man. BTC is sending, yeah. Just love how you multi-stream, man. I want to do it too. It's sick. Yeah, I mean, as I said, it has its pros and cons. You love my content, very good indeed. Enjoy watching your trading journey too. Appreciate that, man. But I do know you, right? You dropped the YouTube sub as well. Why didn't we get a ping for that? Huh. I wonder why. Normally, Normally we have an alert for that. I see we have one extra sub, so I see it came through. But... What's up, Nico Techie? Mi hermano. What's up, Haj? How we doing? How we doing? Some profits before the weekend. Yeah, exactly. You got the YouTube sub in. Let's go. Yes, the YouTube. We're gonna guilt you all into getting me above 10K. You're the same handle on X. Yeah, but I feel like I spoke to someone with that handle. Oh, maybe it is you. I feel like, oh, you know what? You did a stream with Cred, wasn't that it? You did a stream with Credible Crypto. Credible. Yeah. I was at CCCC. Man, I'm not gonna lie. So I have, and we'll get into the charts right after this. I'm sure. Look, I'm sure that event really resonates with some people. But fucking hell, I mean, I've been to I guess like 20 to 30 crypto events now, and I don't know, man. That one was the only one that I left early. Basically, I left halfway through day 2 and I just never came back. I just went to my hotel and just did work on my laptop. I was sent by Teal Street, so it wasn't like I paid for a ticket or anything, but I didn't really know what to expect. And yeah, man, I mean, you probably know this, but the day 2 was like, it was like speech and drama class, man. It took me back to doing drama school as a fucking kid. It was like, oh yeah, hey guys, now the we had like a really good lunch, and I was talking to some interesting people, and it was like, now the lunch is over, we all get to go into the creator campus thing. And I was like, oh, okay, well, what is this? This sounds interesting. And then we went into an area where everyone had to come up for ideas for content for like a 5-minute video, that's a long time, right? And then we had to write the script, we had to shoot the video, we had to edit the video, and then we had to like publish it on YouTube. And that stuff, like, I remember thinking in my head, I was like, fuck, this is gonna take like 12 hours probably. Like, we started at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, this is gonna take a long time. People are gonna be up all night. So I just left, because I'm sorry, I just don't give a shit. I'm sorry, I just don't. I would not enjoy that at all. I would have a terrible time. So I ghosted my team. I rugged my team and I just left. And I went back to the hotel and I just worked on my laptop for the rest of the day. And I had a very nice dinner that evening. I had some takeaway. Beautiful. It was a flawless moment. It was a flawless moment. I just enjoyed my own company. But the next day I got into we had like another event the following day. It was basically like a dinner. I remember like talking to guys the next day, and they were like, oh yeah, man, like I stayed up until 6 a.m. doing the video. I got 4 hours of sleep. We went into Lisbon. We shot a load of footage on the streets of Lisbon and blah, blah, blah in the city center. And another guy's like, yeah, man, we went straight to like a costume shop. We got all these costumes and props. And yeah, man, we were shooting in our hotel room until like 3 a.m. and we were editing then until 6 a.m. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? I was like, what's going on? What parallel universe have? And like most of these guys, like there was like, how many teams? There was teams of 5 or 6, right? And there was over 500 people there. So it was like 100 teams. But there was prizes for, I guess, like the top 5 or 6. But like that means that like the vast majority of people, like the 90% of people or more that entered did not get prizes or did not even get any recognition. And look, again, I understand that that's just the format of the competition, but yeah, I'm so happy that I did not do that. And yeah, unfortunately, I won't be back. I just did not think that it was a good ROI on my time. And like, again, I understand there are lots of guys, there are lots of like KOLs in the space who like walk around with the cameras and they're like, yo, what's up, fam? We're here at the ETCC. We're doing that. Yeah, whoa, I'm here with my man. And I couldn't be further away from that. I'm sorry. I'm so far removed from that style of content and that personality type. So yeah, I did the Irish exit, exactly. Mi hermano, yeah. You sold your spot LTC bag, break even, and leaving crypto entirely. At least you got out break even, right? Good times will come though. I mean, we're at like capitulation zone, right? Yeah, it was interesting. To be honest, I don't really like any events, but it's a good place to just chat and you win a bit of dollars. It's the only place I've been where you chat to others who you don't know, but the format of the event generally makes not a lot of sense. Yeah. Introvert activity. Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm particular. I like most people, I'm a blend of introverted and extroverted. I like being on my own, but I also don't mind mixing with people. I enjoy my own company, but I also enjoy the company of others from time to time. But yeah, for sure, that stuff was just not my forte. I hear that, man. Normally I hide away, to be honest. Yeah, I need to do what Crypto Burb did. Crypto Burb just left as soon as people started doing that. In any case, boys, we're going to get into the charts. We're also going to do a prediction and get things kicked off with some price predictions. You know we love doing this. Will BTC close the first M30 candle bullish or bearish? You guys have 5 minutes. Get on it. And my frame didn't move. That's great. Can you show your F or VP settings? Well, what would you like to see exactly? What is there to see? I think mine are just the default, right? This is really nice, by the way. This is really nice. Yeah, I mean, look what we're getting. Look what we're getting. So one of the points I said to you last stream, Freebird now, appreciate the follow. Also want to thank EdoCheck for the follow. It was before the stream started. Sorry, I missed that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What we spoke about last week, guys were saying that, oh, no, fellas, we had a sweep, therefore we're going to go down. And I say, well, motherfucker, that's not really that much of a sweep, right? It is technically, and I think that's why we got the reaction we got. But like when you think about a sweep, when you think about like liquidity mechanics and how they work, you are trying to force as many shorts out of their position as possible, right? In order to, whatever the fuck you want to say, fuel the move down. In order to add fuel to the fire for you know, and again, I don't like using ICT terms and saying, oh, smart money, boys, institutional money, boys. But there's a phenomenon in markets. I don't know about other markets, but in the crypto market, whereby when a high gets taken, very often that is just a liquidity sweep, especially at range high, and it's knocking out positions before a stronger move in the other direction. Now, with this in mind, you might be looking at this and saying, well, that was a liquidity sweep. We wicked above this level and then we closed below it. It's an SFP, it's a whatever, and then we moved down. Yes, but when you think about how liquidity mechanics work, I mean, you're trying to stop as many shorts out of their position as possible. Guys who shorted here and are looking for whatever, I don't know, 40K, whatever it is. In these circumstances, yeah, a lot of these guys are going to have their stops up here, right? When you sweep this, you're sweeping almost none of those, right? Maybe the first level, right? Because this was what? This was it's like $100 sweep, right? On an asset that's trading at $77,000, right? At the time it was trading at $76,000, okay? You want something deeper, right? You want a higher push. You want to knock more guys out of their position as possible. You want to get the breakout bulls involved, right? If this is a fake out, which I personally am leaning that way because we're still in a channel, we're still in a range. Don't forget that, right? You want to have a move up that convinces the breakout bulls that we're so back, right? You think back on the price action that we had back here, back in this channel between November and January, right? This is the kind of move you're looking for, right? You're looking for a big move here above the highs. You're knocking all these early shorters out of their position. You're getting the breakout bulls involved. The guys who start adding fuel to the fire. The guys who say, yeah, boys, we're going so much higher. Bears are fatherless. Bears are idiots. Bears don't know what they're doing. We're going to be trading at 100K very, very soon. And what happens? Meow. You get a big move in the other direction. You run the liquidity at the lows and indeed start trading lower. You put in lower value lower. So with that in mind, what's the plan here? The plan is to play for something like this, right? You get a move up here, stop all the guys who had their stop losses above this position, generating liquidity. And again, these are all very charged terms, and there's gonna be someone in the chat here who's gonna be like, actually that's not how liquidity works. I'm not necessarily interested in the actual mechanics of what is happening. All I'm interested in is that this is a repeatable pattern that you see time and time again in the charts. This is something that can be traded because it is a process that repeats, and it repeats in a relatively predictable way. By relatively predictable, I do not mean that you can see it and trade it 100% of the time. I mean predictable in the sense that it's not random, right? Predictable in the sense that it's predictable that a casino running a roulette wheel will come out on top because they have that slight house edge, right? That's what I mean by predictable. Predictable is, predictable is 51% odds to 49% odds over a long enough period of time will give you more heads than tails, right? If it's heads is 51 and tails is 49. That's what I mean by predictable. Doesn't mean it's 100%. It means it's just enough that you can eke out an advantage over a long enough period of time. So something like this, right? Something like this where we run into this imbalance, let's say. Something like this, and then brew. And then back to channel low, or at least mid-channel, would be my expectation here. Right? Really nice channel price action, I'll say that as well. We pushed above the mid-channel here, retested mid-channel, and now we're pushing higher. Really clean. In fact, I would go as far as to say, let me get rid of all these drawings. I would go as far as to say that this is one of the cleanest channels I've ever seen BTC do, right? And you might be thinking, oh, that's hindsight analysis, Flawless. Anyone can draw a channel after it's formed. Man, we drew this channel. We drew this channel like I don't know, man, nearly a month ago. We've been looking at this channel since early mid-March, right? I remember saying, yeah, this is pretty clean. We have support line, we have a resistance line, we have a mid-channel line that price is also respecting, right? And what have we seen since then? We've seen instances where price has gone below mid-channel, retested it, and then gone to channel low. We've seen instances where price hugs channel low as though it were a support line. We've seen, and we saw here, price pushed up, went against the channel, pushed up, retested mid-channel, and pushed higher, right? It's basically what we've seen since price has been trading in this channel. And we saw something similar between November and January, right? This isn't, this isn't some kind of confirmation bias. This is a pattern that you can use to your advantage. This is price trading in a way that is, again, I'm using the word predictable, but I mean predictable in the sense that you can eke out an advantage by drawing these silly lines on the chart. What's up, Bert? What's up, 9Manny? Like you said, I drew it in February. Yeah, I think it was a long time ago, man, for sure. Good news on Friday, renegotiation Sunday. What could go wrong? Yeah, exactly. What's up, Nico? Yeah, GG, exactly. What set is this not the best? Oh, wow, okay. It's Chris Luno. Hey, Flawless, Paul here. Great to see another Irishman in the space. Can't pinpoint your accent though. Guess to be Waterford. I wish I was from Waterford. I wish I was cool enough to be what are they? The Desha. Yeah, shout out Paul. Paul just joined Chroma. He's gonna be gambling with us. More than the perps traders gamble. He's gonna be doing some poly market stuff with us. So exciting times. Yeah, I had no idea you were Irish, to be honest. Purdue just said that he had a guy called Paul who he wanted to get involved, and I assumed it was a Dutchie. How you say Amsterdam, one of the Dutchies, but I know. Fellow countrymen, love to see it. Love to see it. A Dutchie, yeah. Hey, fellas, did you hear, following the Pope's statement, the US announced that the Vatican is just weeks away from building nuclear weapons? You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. Drew the channel a month ago. Did you trade it? No. I have done almost no trading. Last trade that I took, the last big proper size trade I took was January or February. I've done barely any trading in about 8 weeks. I've been busy with other things. Longing alts here equals exit liquidity. The thing about alt trading, and I've said this a number of times before, it's a double-edged sword in many ways, because like longing a coin that's down 85 to 90% from its all-time high is, especially when the trend is just continuously down. It's kind of dumb in one sense, because you're just trying to fade a multi-month, in some cases multi-year downtrend. You're just standing in front of a moving train, right? But the flip side of that is that shorting those coins is also kind of risky and kind of dumb as well, because you're accepting a bunch of tail risk, right? You have coins that'll be down like minus 98% from their all-time highs, and then they'll pump like 5x. Like Ordi is a good example, right? Rave, by the way. We spoke about Rave last stream. We spoke about Rave. I said that I did not think the top was in. I thought we were going to do some range-bound shit up at the highs like we did with Mix. Something like that, and then down. What was... Oh, yeah, Ordi. Right, this is the perfect example. Perfect example of what I mean. Let's get Mercury's SMAs off here. Right, where you have a coin. You have a coin that is, I'm going to guess this was about minus 96 or minus 97% from its all-time high. Yeah, exactly that. Minus 97.8% from its all-time high, right? And you're looking at a coin like that, you're saying, why would I ever long that piece of shit? This thing is just bleeding to zero, right? And you'd be absolutely fucking right to think that. And then from Monday, this is Monday at the start of this week, in just a few days, it pumped 5x, right? That's a 400% pump, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. With those coins, it's tough to get into a position with any kind of conviction or confidence. Remember when we had this crap? Man, I was bullish on Ordi back in 2024. I remember writing a big piece in Chroma about why I was bullish on ordinals, why they were the future of fucking finance. You bought it 40, man. I'm the same. I had an entry here, and I had an entry here. And both times, I remember thinking, nailed it. And here as well, I was like, yeah, fucking nailed it. Short-lived. I closed my full Ordi position in August 2025. I think it was just above $10, $10 or $11. And it's funny to look at that, right? And to say, obviously I closed, you know, I was down like 75% on the bag or something, but price went down another 80% from my close price. Banana, man. Bananas. That coin. I lost so much money trading that, and it's fucking back up again. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Is this thing gonna crime? Wow. Man, I have not been paying attention to this. Oh, Jesus. Can I trade this thing? Bananas. Oh, I can trade it. I can still trade it. Man, I lost so much money on this thing. The funny thing is, I lost money. Oh, New York is open already. I'll come back to that in a second. I'll come back to that in a moment. Did I bananas? I fucking did, boy. I fucking bananas.
There's no fire. There's no fire.
No prediction today. We did a prediction. The prediction is over. Well, I mean, it's over as in
Passion.
it's over as in the entries are closed. Yeah, we got 60-40 for the bear side. Let me just add that to the screen and we'll revisit.
Passion.
We'll revisit But yeah, bears went for 30k florins, bulls went for 20k florins. BTC broke out of weekly range. I do not think so. I still think this is a channel. I still think that the major resistance zone is 80k. And it would not surprise me to see a massive rejection there. Remember when we had this crap? So yeah, let me go back to banana. So the hilarious thing about banana is I shorted, and I subsequently learned, right? This was almost a year ago. I have subsequently learned that you should never short a coin that is doing this. I was applying price action concepts, which is absolutely stupid. When you see a coin do this, right? Big run up and then massive dump. When you see one of these cartel coins doing this, and then it starts doing this, it's actually a long. It's actually a long. In most cases, it is not a short. I thought that it was going to roll over. I thought it was going to go back down to zero. Looking back at it, that's so stupid. I shorted here, and I think I got like fucking properly liquidated here. But this thing, subsequent to my liquidation, went like 4 or 5x, right? So just dumb. Dumb Follis doing dumb things, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? I don't know anyone who caught that short, by the way, but GG if you did. Hilarious looking back at this price action in the context of knowing what's happening. But yeah, since the low, since the 10th of October low, this thing went 25, 26x, which is funny. I mean, even, right? Even here, even from this like accumulation area, still a 5 or 6x. Crazy. Anyway, I think I'm actually gonna close this chart because if I'm gonna do something stupid, if I fucking look at this coin, I'm gonna do something stupid. Thoughts on XPL? I haven't looked at XPL in a while. Is it scamming? Is it? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave that open. Is it scamming? XMR is doing what we said it would do. XPL I haven't looked at in a while. Dare I look at it? This is probably one of those coins as well, man, where it's like, is it dead? Is it dead? Are you looking for your favorite long continuation setup right now? On what? On BTC? Where do you see that continuation setup? You bought already at 40. Yeah. VVV. That shit fucking played out, but unfortunately didn't get an entry. What's up, apples? Question about Chroma. Retrading. My general ideas are right more often than not, but my execution is terrible. Is that something your group can help refine? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Execution in a lot of ways, if you're saying that your analysis and your ideas are right, then it sounds to me that your analytical abilities are not the things that are lacking. Execution is I won't say it's all psychology, but it's quite a lot of it is psychology. So if you think about it, like the analysis is the part that takes time to learn, in my opinion. Psychology is in many cases it's more of a personality thing, temperament thing. I know guys who've been in crypto for years and they're still struggling with the execution because they're just, you know, in many cases they're emotional people by nature, or, you know, they have difficulty staying calm under pressure. And in a lot of cases that's to do with, you know, personality type or youth, right? I was not the calmest guy when I was in my early 20s. I was a angry, emotional dude. I think that changed as I grew a little bit older, mellowed out a little bit. Whereas like TA ability, like analytical ability, is something that I think anyone's really capable. Anyone's capable of like learning price action. Anyone's capable of learning Elliott wave. That's just about studying and putting in the hours and getting in the reps and putting in your chart time, right? But execution is a little bit trickier because some of it is psychology, and that psychology can really vary. Some people are fantastic analysts, amazing analysts, but their execution lets them down. And in many cases, it's because maybe they're too emotional, or maybe they're just lacking that composure under pressure, that calmness under pressure, that confidence to back their own read on the market in some cases, right? These guys have confidence issues, or they have self-belief issues. But I do think that's something that can be helped with. Me, Purdue, and Ozra, or I should say Purdue, Ozra, and I did a trading psychology stream, a masterclass on trading psychology last week. We do these every month in the server, and that's probably going to be one of the topics that we cover in a future masterclass. We did. It was actually one of the options, I believe, was the psychology behind execution. But our members voted for another topic. What's up, Recoil? Lower the risk to calm the nerves, yeah. Yo, what's up, Matt? Appreciate the repost. There you go. Dimitri with the repost. There you go. That's for you, sir. Confetti. Double confetti. What's up, Fnatic? GM. How you doing? Hope that hope that answers your question, Apples. I was about to say, hope that apples your question. Oh, just so hilarious. Boys, the pump unicorn. Never fade the pump unicorn. Plus 25% from our level. Never fade. We nailed that one, huh? Where was the chart where I posted it? Oh, we posted on April the 6th. Marquise, you think this set is bad? I like it. Where's my, Where's my unicorn? This is the reason that the setup played out. Don't listen to anyone who said anything else. This is the reason the setup played out. Because of this guy. No AI was involved. Got some decent longs going on BTC and Solana. Nice. Nice. Do I have any open positions now? Just spot. And very little spot. I have Render is like my only bag. Render is my only decent sized bag. Most other bags I have either completely sold or de-risked a lot. I have a little bit of ETH. Really not a lot. Like when I say not a lot, like a low 5-figure bag of ETH. How does crypto even work? It's a good question. I swear I traded Solana for a few months and was unprofitable as hell, and then I switched to trading NQ and now I'm profitable. Yeah, man, I would say those markets are a lot cleaner. Especially if you're a price action trader, like your boy here. For sure, I would say that those markets are a lot cleaner. Yeah, as a general rule of thumb, the more volume a market has, the more liquid a market has, the cleaner the price action will be, right? And by clean price action, I mean, again, it comes back to that predictable patterns, right? Repeatable, predictable, readable patterns. Because that's effectively what technical analysis is, right? It all comes down to, is price doing something that I've seen it do before? And am I able to trade that based on that previous knowledge? That's what it all comes down to, right? That's all the TA is, really. And a lot of shit coins with low volume are just, is like, they're manipulated, and there aren't enough traders in order to make it, in order to kind of give any weight to those patterns. It's a lot more random. There's a lot more noise, right? That's not really the case with BTC, and again, BTC price action recently has been terrible. But BTC as a general rule is more predictable, higher volume, more liquidity, and NQ and indices are even more so, right? Bull flags and bear flags. Am I looking for shorts? Probably not here, but I would say around 80k, yeah. Local top soon, yeah, potentially. You need that talk, not gonna lie. Most people do, yeah. Should we hammer BTC down? I don't think yet. I don't think this looks like a short to me right here. Yo, what's up, Chroma Trading? Thank you for joining the stream. Rave went bonkers. Yeah, we were looking at Rave earlier. Haters will say this is real. Exactly. Look at gold. Yeah, man. Are we gonna get channel high on gold and then slam back down as well? Maybe that's something we post on Twitter, huh? I think people will get annoyed at that, right? People often get annoyed. People often get annoyed when you post these. I wonder why, you know? I wonder why. I would say that you should never take anything too seriously on X. Don't take anything too seriously. There's a lot of high quality shit posting on X. A lot of high quality shit posting. Kofi Var. Appreciate the follow. Did I see what happened with CL oil? Yeah, man. Our long setup really failed, huh? Really did not play out. What's the yeah, CL. Yeah, it's funny, man. Binance lists it and it just goes straight down. That's funny. I really thought that you know, oil would push up and put in new highs. Of course, that is the danger of trading an asset that is so heavily based on geopolitics. Every asset has, you know, is affected by geopolitics for sure, but oil obviously more than others given the situation at the moment in the Strait of Hormuz. But that's one of the pitfalls, I guess, of trading like gold, silver, commodities, precious metals, oil, and it's something that even now I struggle with. I've been trying to trade commodities for the last couple of months. I would say that I only started trading commodities in January 2026, and that's just because they can be traded on Blofin. We have oil, silver, copper, and gold. And you just trade it like a futures perp, a crypto futures perp. But yeah, my first ever trade on commodities was I shorted the fucking Pico Schmico top on gold and silver. And since then I haven't had too much success. Don't fade the Americans. $80 per barrel last stream. Yeah, well there you go. We just hit 80 or very close to it. Interesting. I genuinely thought though. We would put in new highs. My shitcoin PA looks more legit than these $1 trillion assets. Yeah, that's true. What would be your invalidation for an 80k short? Well, you don't know yet. This is the thing. People always say like, So what's your invalidation on an 80k short? Are you shorting here and your stop is up here and you're looking for this? No. You wait for the rejection to happen, and then you short here, because then you have an invalidation. You need to wait for the invalidation to form. You know, so many people don't get this, right? It's one of the, I guess it's one of the frustrations, or one of the things that I struggle to understand. Why? Look at this price action on BTC, right? Why would you try and fade this? Why would you stand in front of this moving train? Why would you try and fade that much momentum to the upside? You're much better off waiting. Let's say this does this. Let's say this does this, okay? And pushes higher and does this. And starts stalling, and you get one last push up, and then this, and then this, and then this, right? In this case, you're far better off waiting for this price action to occur, because at least then you can take shorts with a predefined invalidation, right? Something like this. Something like this. If you want to even go higher, you can do that, right? And these are huge numbers. These are massive trades. You obviously don't need to target a full rotation back to like VAL. But like, let's say you just even go to here, something like that, right? This would be like targeting these equal lows, targeting this breaker, also targeting a retest of the value area. That's like a good trade in my opinion, right? But in these instances, now instead of fading momentum, instead of standing in front of a moving train, you're actually shorting a logical level, because this is channel high resistance, right? As I said already, buy side liquidity has been taken, right? You're trading into this imbalance up here. Imbalances above channels, above ranges are usually great areas to look for potential reversals. But now you're also trading arguably with the trend, right? The trend has begun to reverse. You're getting these structure breaks here, right? You're getting this bearish structure continuation here. So arguably now you're not fading an uptrend. You're actually trading with the hopefully beginning of a downtrend, or at least that's the idea, right? And this, obviously this is a very clean example. Price action is seldom so clean, but this is the general idea. This is the general idea. And instead of guessing where your invalidation is, instead of just shorting the first touch of the channel high and having an invalidation as wide as the fucking Grand Canyon, now you have an idea as to where you're wrong on the trade, right? Because now you have a high. You say, okay, well, if price trades up here, then I'm probably wrong on the idea. I want to be out. Or maybe you go just a little bit above that high, something like that. So you can account for one more sweep, one more SFP. Or maybe you have a soft stop. You only close the short if like an H4 candle closes above your level. Whatever it is. Now you have an invalidation to play with. Now you have something that's going to give you some parameters on your short idea. So rather than just jumping, just YOLO shorting and jumping in as soon as it touches resistance, now at least you're trading with some kind of idea as to what that setup is going to look like. Does that make sense? I think we can clip that. That was good. Clip that shit. Oh, we have a system for this now. What's up, Bacon Arrow? What's up, Gorlami? My bro. The thing is, after these bearish retests, it just keeps on slow grinding up. Yeah. If you look at the bearish retests, or sorry, if you look at the price action the last 2 weeks, we've got 6 SFPs of every local high. But I think that's where you need to also factor in your high time frame structure. Your high, like where are we trading on the high time frame? Guys were shorting, you know, mid-channel. Guys were shorting channel lows, right? Wait until structure aligns with where we were trading in terms of the high time frame. That one would be extremely time sensitive, because if we're trading up here on Saturday, then I can't post it. Yo, what's up, what the fucks? You made it for my stream. Let's go. Love to hear that. Am I expecting some 60K at some point this year? Yes. Look, I've said it already. I do not think the bottom is in. I think that we will eventually trade into the 40s. And that's just my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Strong opinions, loosely held. If I'm wrong, then you can just call me Mr. Sidelined. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with having a read on the market and the market proving you wrong. It just means that you need to adapt. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Right? Yeah, that is my 2026 prediction. And look, if we get it, we get it. Great. But if we don't, that's also fine. This is still my prediction. May, I'm not so sure. That's like May 2027. I think this probably happens a little bit earlier. But look, we'll see. We'll see. The time is off. But for sure, I think the bottom is not in. That's my read. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. There's a trend line that meets 80K. Trend line that meets 80K. What do you mean by that? Do you mean the channel? If they are held loosely, are they really strong opinions? Yes, they are. Strong opinions loosely held means you are confident enough in your own ideas that you're willing to execute on them, but you are humble enough to accept that when the market proves you're wrong, you're not going to stubbornly cling to those ideas and just continue to lose a lot of money. Right? If price is trading in a range, okay? This is what I mean by strong opinions loosely held. If price is trading in a range, okay, and you're getting this type of price action, okay? You know what? Let's get some David August. Right? Oof. Now, let's say you're a range trader and you're trading this range, okay? And you get bullish at the low here. Okay? And you catch the move up. Great. And then you get bearish at the high here. And you catch the move down. Great. And let's say you get bullish at the low again. And you catch the move back up. Great. And so on. And so on. And so on. And one more time for good measure, right? So you've been nailing this range. You've been absolutely fucking killing it. You're up big on your portfolio. You're happy that you know how to trade ranges. You're happy that you're a range maxi. Meanwhile, all the trend maxis are expecting a breakout, expecting a breakdown, expecting a breakout, expecting a breakdown, and just getting chopped up. And there's going to be a lot of guys on Twitter saying, this chop is untradeable, can't trade it, no one's making money here. But you know that's not the case, right? Now, price then trades back towards range high. And you do the same thing that you've been doing. You get short here, or at least you have a bearish bias here, right? But what happens this time? Price doesn't reject. It consolidates against range high and eventually breaks above range high. So you say, okay, you know what? Maybe I was just a little bit early to the idea. I'm going to try one more time. You try here. You say, okay, I'm going to try one more time and see if I can catch this short, because maybe it's about to drop here, right? Maybe that was just the fake out sweep. But what happens? We do get a little move down, but then it consolidates again, retests this range high, and sends even higher. At that point, this is where your strong opinions loosely held comes into play, right? Because you have a strong opinion about ranges, right? You have a strong opinion that you should be bearish at range highs. You have a strong opinion that you should be bullish at range lows, okay? That's how range-bound trading works. But when I say loosely held, I mean that now the market has given you new information. Now the market is telling you that maybe this range is no longer in play. maybe this breakout is not a fake out, and maybe we're going to see the expansion that all the trend traders have been waiting for, right? In that case, that's where you need to be. That's where you need to be flexible. That's where those strong opinions need to be loosely held. Because if you cling stubbornly to your bias, you're going to get another stop. And you're going to get another stop. And you're going to get, and so on and so forth. You're going to get stop. And all of the money that you made in this range, you're going to give it back because prices started trending again. Right? That's what I mean by strong opinions loosely held. You have a strong opinion about technical analysis or about the market. You have a strong opinion about your read. You have confidence in your read and you're willing to back your read with tangible execution. But you're also humble and flexible enough to accept that sometimes your read is going to be wrong and sometimes the market is going to give you new information which will force you to adopt a new bias or else pay the price. Right? That's what I mean by strong opinions loosely held. Does that make sense? Clip 2, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, that's clippable. Clip number 2. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, strong opinions loosely held just means that. It just means you have confidence. You have confidence in your own reads and can execute on them, but you're flexible enough to change those reads when the market gives you new information. It's basically that simple. All right. Great answer. Oh, Micro Sailor with the compliment. Whew, wow. Boys, is it my birthday? An actual compliment from Micro. Show those F or VP settings. Well, what do you mean? Said it like a true lawyer. Downtrend channel break from all the top peaks connecting from the top worked again for long. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I know what you mean. On New York Open. Oh, sorry, the candle closed, boys. And the Bulls won. So the Bears, I think this is like, this has been many, many times in a row now that the Bears have been on the wrong side of things. Counter trend. Counter trade the majority. GG the Bulls. Can we get a whoa. What? My stream deck is broken. Hold on. You'll plug it in, plug it out, plug it in again. I'm taking that one. I'm gonna take that applause because my genius of an idea of just plugging it out and plugging it in again was what fixed everything. So what are you saying there? From the US Open draw, a rectangle box on the first 5-minute candle from top to bottom. Drag the rectangle out. When price breaks out after it retests, take the trade. Every time I watch, it works. Okay. So you're saying the first from US Open draw, a rectangle box on the first 5-minute candle. So that's this, right? Okay. When price breaks out top or bottom after it retests, take the trade. Ooh. Oh. I see what you mean. Like this? Yeah. Absolutely love this fucking track. This is David August. Prediction. Yeah, we done it. People shouldn't short if they've been trading less than 2 years. Yeah, I agree to an extent. The thing about shorting, you need, and I've spoken about this before. Yeah, my Japanese quant was wrong. How dare he send me a chart like that? Think about BTC, right? You look at BTC, you look at this chart, right? Which direction is this chart going? In a general sense, which direction is this chart going? It's going up and to the fucking right, right? Firebot is off? Oh no, it is. God damn. How, what did I miss? Drink some water. Okay. We can fix that. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Chart is going up and to the right, okay? That's the way, funnily enough, that's the way most charts look. Like, at least in the markets that I've been trading. That's also the way the S&P looks. It's the way a lot of stock charts look. Forex is different, obviously, because it's currencies against currencies. There's a lot of, well, I guess some Forex charts would look like that. But I digress. I'm not a Forex trader. I don't really know. Let's just focus on BTC. BTC looks like this, right? Up and to the right. So you need, when a high time frame chart looks like this, you usually need a stronger thesis to short. You need a more watertight reason to short, because you are on a high enough time frame. On a high enough time frame, you're fading an uptrend, and the asymmetry exists to the upside. You know. Yo, what's up, Shark? Konnichiwa. You traded it twice, lost both times. Watched it today, would have worked. God damn. You missed the F or VP first tab settings. I'm so curious. Why is that relevant? I'm so curious. Why is that a thing? Who cares? They're the default. It's default. It's the default settings. This is not some secret sauce, man. To the moon. To the moon. The fucking moon. That's one of my favorite it's one of my favorite videos. Oh lads, look at the fucking moon. The video. Conor, have you guys seen that? Bitcoin PK21, appreciate you. If you guys haven't seen that video, look up Conor McGregor moon. It's like Conor McGregor, he's clearly fucking drunk or high, and he's just recording the moon, and he's just so into it. He's so into it. Oh lads, look at the fucking moon. It's fucking huge. He's so you love it. The moon. The moon. It's quite funny. That's another thing. Shark, I'm guessing Shark is from a very posh part of Ireland, so I'm guessing he has a very posh accent, but that's what I hear. That's what I get when I go to like IRL crypto conferences, and people are like, "Oh, you're Irish? You don't sound anything like Conor McGregor." I just have to roll my eyes. That's a perfect impression. I actually used to live just down the road from where he's from. Crumlin. I think he's from Crumlin. Yeah, default settings, exactly. Yeah, boys, I think money is a hell of a drug. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna call it there. I gotta bounce as I have some things to do. But yeah, this is basically the plan for BTC. You wait for the actual high to get put in and then trade with some structure. You trade with an invalidation rather than trying to guess when the top will be. That's not the real Evoke, it's fake. You're from the Kip. There you go. There you go. I don't believe you though. I don't believe you. I'm assuming you're posh. Boys, we're gonna call it there. Short stream today. Gonna keep it to an hour, just over an hour at least. And yeah, that's about it, boys. Enjoy your weekends. Stay safe. Don't know what the fuck is happening with BTC. Obviously, everything hinges on Iran, on the Strait, on Trump, on the USA, on Israel. So look, just I honestly, I don't even think it's risk-on conditions here, because shit can change on a dime. My advice, if you want to short, my advice would be to wait. Wait for the reversal to actually happen. Don't try and guess when the top will be. Wait for the top to form and then trade with the new trend. Rather than trying to fade an uptrend, you're just gonna bleed your portfolio and bleed your mental health as well. Yeah, thanks, Kimosabe. Thanks, Veslin. Take it easy. Take it easy, Wojak. You got marked as a security risk on your chicken roll today? Were you wearing your Adidas matching hoodie and tracksuit with your fade haircut? I feel like every teenager in Ireland, every male teenager has the exact same dress sense. Matching tracksuits and a fade haircut, or else a mullet fade. Thank you, Brulac. Thank you, TGG. Thank you, Herded. Thank you, Micro Sailor. Good stream, see what I did. Yeah, exactly. Complimented me and gave me some good footage. They're getting clothes based on TikTok trends. Are they really? You got medium length curly hair. Bruh. You need to shave that into a fucking mullet. That's what the cool kids are doing now. Although I think mullets are on their way out, right? Feels like mullets have already been a thing for about 6 or 7 years. Probably hit their half-life already. Take it easy, 9 Manny. They're too much. Yeah, I tried. I was rocking a mullet for about a year, and I'm already sick of it. Cool man have long hair with a bun. No. That would be a real turnaround. I had one of those in college. My first ever job interview for a big boy job. And by big boy, I mean it was like 50 grand a year, which is hilarious looking back on that. But that was huge money to me at the time. I was 23. My first ever interview was with a man bun and a beard. I looked like a fucking hippie. Somehow I got a job as a legal researcher for one of the foremost lawyers in the country. But yeah, that's probably a story for another day. You're rocking that. Love to hear it, man. All right, Aiken Arrow. Cheers. Thanks, Lee. Don't 6-7 me. It's 6-9. All right, boys. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your enjoy your weekends. Rest your weekends. Your full extent of your weekends, and we'll see you back here on Monday. We're streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday next week, so stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Go touch some grass, and we'll catch you on Monday. Peace out, Girl Scouts. Love you. Bye-bye.